Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this talk on how to have injury-free workouts. Now, no one likes to get injured, and I guess when you're working out on your own and you don't have someone, looking at your form all the time, that, you're more likely to hurt yourself. And maybe if you don't have the experience that, a trainer has. But there are a few really important keys that you can follow to help you be able to train safely by yourself. I think everyone has it in them to be able to train themselves safely and work out on their own and get that enjoyment and the benefits that you get when you train with a trainer. So the first really important key here is to never assume that you're as strong as you were in your last workout. So there's a lot of factors that come into training. As a trainer, when someone walks into the room, you want to know what's their day been like, what's their week been like, have they done any, have they had a lot of stress, have they had a lack of sleep that week. There's a lot of things that play into how our body is going to take load on a day. So if you are feeling, tired and stressed, then take that into account when you're doing your workout, and don't, try to better your weight from the previous workout if you are not having a great day. I mean, there's a lot of devices now that you can use, like Whoop bands and Aura rings, and they give you your readiness for training. And if you do use those, then that's a really great tool to assist you in saying, okay, I got a really low score today, so I'm actually going to modify my weight. I'm going to work on my form, and I'm not going to go really heavy today. I'm going to save that for a day that I am really feeling strong. And you don't always need a device to tell you that. If you're not feeling great, because you'll feel a bit tired, and and once you get moving, sometimes you do feel better. But if you don't, then really make sure that you factor that into your training session. The second really important point here is not to skip your warm up. When we skip a warm up, it can cause problems later on in the workout if we haven't warmed our body up properly. And when I say warming up, I don't just mean, moving on the treadmill, although that does get blood flowing when we do those movements, but, specific movement warm up. So if you are doing a workout which is going to be recruiting your upper body, maybe you're rowing and shoulder pressing and doing strength exercises for your upper body, then if you've been sitting at a desk all day where you're in this forward position and the body is tight, then you want to be doing a warm-up that is going to focus on opening your chest, lengthening your spine, stretching out things that are tight, so that then when you go to do loaded exercises, the body is stacking and it's firing up properly. So you get the benefit of the strength. So it's really important to do a proper tailored warm-up for yourself, where you're saying, okay, I'm not just going to do anything, I'm going to do something that's specific to what my body needs, which is releasing the chest, or it's, releasing the back, doing some sort of body weight movements. They're always really great as well. So the third point is to always start each set the easiest, so the lightest. So, you may have done the movement the week before and you're working off a program that you're doing over a period of 4 to 6 weeks. But when you do that first set, to go light and to really work on your form and look at, how is my body feeling? You might have thought that you're feeling really great, but then you do that first set and you say, oh, actually, I actually feel like my body's not as strong as it was. And that's going to give you that indicator on how much more load you should put through your body on that day. So it's a really important point there. The last point is to really chase form and not reps. This is a really big one. I often get clients that'll say to me, well, how many reps am I doing on this? And I'll say to them, well, actually, I'm going to tell you when I see your form like diminishing. So, you know, if you're wanting to go into those kind of more maximal efforts, then you're obviously going to be doing less reps anyway. But instead of saying, I'm going to do 8, you know, put that load on, do your, perform the movement. And if you start to lose form at 5 reps, you stop and, you work off that ability to be able to perform really good quality reps. And, that's important whether you're doing strength, whether you're doing endurance. Try not to set yourself up with repetitions. You can have an aim and a guide, but, if you feel like you are diminishing and doing sloppy work, you're probably doing more damage than you are good. So if you really follow those steps, then, you can really create nice, safe workouts for yourself where you get great progressions and, the body strengthens in the best possible way without getting any injuries. So if you've got any questions at all for me, then please just drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, then please subscribe.